Hi, and welcome to the Game Factor. I'm your host, David Burns. Well, last week was E3, and we're going to spend just a little bit of time this episode talking about what all happened. There are plenty of ups and downs at this year's E3, but first we're going to focus on the things that got us excited. First would be Sony's PlayStation Vita, their new handheld, which they gave us full system specs and a price point of $249 for a Wi-Fi model and $300 for the 3G model. Now, and that's going to be out in this holiday season. Next, the reveal of Halo 4. Not a series I'm particularly fond of, but for fans of the series, it was a huge shock. Next, gameplay footage of Mass Effect 3, and actually showing the new Reapers attacking Earth. Lastly, something from Nintendo with Luigi's Mansion 2, another completely unexpected game announced for the 3DS. And now for some of our major letdowns of the conference. The first and probably the biggest letdown was the new name for Project Cafe. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Nintendo Wii U. Yeah, they kept Wii and then they added a U to it. We don't know why. But on top of that, then they give us next to no actual information on the console, just about 30 minutes of the controller and what the controller can do for you. That's nice, but how about giving us some system specs? How about let us know what it looks like, actually without having to do 3 hours of research to find an official picture? That would be nice. But moving on. Next would be something from the Kinect side. Ghost Recon. Weird first-person, third-person shooter. In order to fire your gun, you must do this motion. You gotta keep flashing your hand, and you know, gamers already have issues with possible carpal tunnel syndrome. Doing this for multiple hours on the at a time, not gonna help. Just saying, you know, buttons help. Just saying. But speaking of Kinect, when we're talking about letdowns, Microsoft's entire press conference was 90% Kinect. And they were horrible presentations at that. I mean, every single one of them, with the exception of maybe two, were staged and pre-recorded motions and choreographed actors that really weren't good actors. It was pathetic, actually. I was laughing because it was so bad. I wasn't enjoying the games. I was just laughing at the actors that were getting paid to make complete fools of themselves. But I'm done. Okay. Next, another big letdown. Sony, where was Kevin Butler? Everyone in the room is sitting there waiting for Kevin Butler to come out and make light of everything that's happened to Sony in the past 2 months. But he never showed up. Where was Kevin Butler? He's your bright, shining light that makes everything all right. Now, I'm done with that too. Last thing on our list. Where were some of these games? There's games that people were expecting to see footage on in these major press conferences, but you weren't there. You were too busy worrying about Kinect, too busy worrying about a controller, too busy worrying about, oh no, is the PSN going to go back down again? How about focusing on what E3 is all about? The games. You know, we were expecting footage from Final Fantasy 13 too. Twisted Metal. Maybe some Sonic Generations. Now, before people start flaming me on the comments, yes, I know that they were eventually shown if you searched for them. Trailers were released for all of these games, but you had to search. They weren't actually mentioned within the conferences that obviously had plenty of room, plenty of time, but they were nowhere to be found. Come on, guys. E3 is about games. Handle your PR some other time. Worry about the games. End rant. So out this week we have quite a few titles. Some gems, some garbage. Starting off, we got We Play Motion, Alice, Madness Returns, Record of Agarest War 0, Child of Eden, Transformers Dark of the Moon, Duke Nukem Forever finally arrives, Top Gun, and Days of Thunder, Deca Sports Extreme, Cubic Ninja, Balloon Pop 2, Pinball Hall of Fame, and Wipeout in the Zone.
Garbage day! Huh? No!
Well, that's it for our show this week. But before we go, I'd like to remind everyone that your review for Play Review Share Game of the Week, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, is due by Friday night. Now, also, if you'd like to get our take on the big three press conferences of Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, follow us on Facebook and Twitter and check out our post. Also, we do have highlights of all of the press conferences on our channel. So, until next week, game over.
Now I'm like subconsciously going, you're gonna do it again, aren't you? Yes, you are. Games, games, and more games, and games, and games, and games, and games. Would you like some games with that game?
As soon as I say it once, I'm like, oh crap, I said it. I shouldn't say that word. Each is a 4-letter word. Don't say a 4-letter word. Oh crap, word's a 4-letter word. I'm screwed.
It's Garbage Day!